How much profit bounce house business? In my video yesterday that talks about profit, I mentioned us two doing 20 deliveries and earning $4,000 on a weekend. Now, I said that because I figured that's how much we could do without needing any help. But that's the best case scenario. We started our current bounce house business after taking 1 year off. We started 9 months ago. And the most we've done on a week, starting from Thursday to Monday, is 13. And so I thought about, and our average over a long period of time is 6 or 7. Let's say 7. However, there's slow weeks. Like last week was slow because of back to school, which we only did 3. This week, the same thing, we only did 3. The next couple of weeks, we don't have that many scheduled. I think we only have 1 or 2. And so, I've cranked up the advertising, right? Because currently our main source of income is the bounce house business, and we need 30 deliveries a month to pay the bills without having to spend savings, savings that, it's like if we spend our savings, I don't see us being able to recoup that until, let's say, a year from now. So it's like we have to not spend savings, because when that runs out, that's when we're done, or we have to actually we're not done, but we'd have to go out and start doing other things other than the bounce house business, which means time away from the kids, which means being very tired. It means a very hard way of life that's not our goal. Our goal is to have as much time as possible to stay with the kids and keep them. Our main goal really is to have our kids in a good school, and then to be in a good school and live in a safe neighborhood. In where we live, the cheapest we can get for rent is $2,000 a month. If you want to go live in a bad neighborhood, the cheapest is $1,500 a month. So it's not that much big a difference, but it is a big difference as far as like lifestyle, as far as security, and the schools, what kind of schools the kids can be in. Now, the last time we had a bounce house business, we owned the house that we lived in, so we didn't have a mortgage or a rent payment, and that's a huge difference, Whereas now, the focus is we have to get the rent paid versus we can buy more advertising. So, average 30 deliveries a month. Let's do the math, So after expenses, fuel cost, and advertising cost, we earn about $150 per unit. So 30 deliveries in a month would generate, let's see, 10 of them is $1,500, 20 of them is $3,000, 30 of them is $4,500, right? That is just enough to pay our rent, car payment, insurance, electricity, and food, and zero left over, all right? Nothing left over. And so the bounce house business for us gets us by. There isn't any extra that I can see coming out of it, averaging 30 deliveries a month. Now, sure, let's get that up to 40, right? But if we're doing 40, we can still manage that on our own. Let's get up to 50. Now at 50, we'd be able to save money. Like we'd have extra money to save, but then, at that point, we would need an employee or 2, and we would still be able to save. So the goal for us should be, once we're stabilized at 30 and we're getting by, then the goal would be let's try to get to 40 or 50. Let's try to get a couple of employees, and at that point, let's say 6 months from now, I can see a reality where we live at a different house because we need more space, more storage space. Because another thing is you would need more bounce house units. Currently we only have we have 12, but only 10 of them are getting rented out consistently. Two of them are castles. One of them we've never rented out, even though we've had it for months. And the other one, after having it for months, we rented it out 3 times over the past couple of weeks. So we only have 10 that are being booked out, which means we can have an average of 7 to 10 deliveries a week. If we wanted to get 20 deliveries a week on average, we would need around 20 units. Not to say that we're booking all of them out, but some units are more popular than others. So even though we have 20, we can book out, 12, 13, 15 of them. There's still 5 left over, but there's some of them that we're booking out, twice, 2 times in a row. So we book it out on Saturday, pick it up on Sunday morning, and deliver it again. But just based on experience, with 10 units, we couldn't consistently book out 20 deliveries a week. We would need around 20 units or 18 units to be able to do that. So we're maxed out right now at around, I would say probably the most is like 15 that we could get done. And that's with really good scheduling and probably delivering from Thursday all the way to Monday, or yeah. Or actually we can do 5 on Friday, 5 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday. That would be ideal, right? And how can we get that? More customers, which means more advertising. And that's what, 15. So 15 a week would be 60 for the month. Wow, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, and we could actually handle that on our own. So yeah, that would be an interesting to see that happen. 15, 60 in a month. And that would be around $8,000, $8,000. And at that point, we'd be able to save. We'd have extra to save, So I'm just talking about in reality, what is the profit? Realistically, we're earning enough to get by. And on a month like this month, we're most likely not going to, it doesn't look like we're gonna get by this month. We'll have to actually spend savings that are being depleted fast, all right? And the thing about spending savings, because we're trying to save in order to buy a house at some point. And having that being depleted is like, it hurts, man. It hurts. But again, that's just talking about the bounce house business. I do want to earn money on the internet, which is what I'm good at. And so I am crossing my fingers for this YouTube channel, but it's only been 9 months. My experience is that if I have a YouTube channel and I'm uploading to it consistently for 2 years, right? 2 years, and it doesn't matter as long as I'm always uploading and I'm focusing on it. After 2 years, it earns. It earns, and it gives me what I'm looking for. So I have another year and a year to go of doing this channel, uploading every day before I see the results. And on the internet, I'm not motivated to go hustle online to do anything, because I've been beat down. I've been beat down based on what's the past couple of years. I got beat down by it, so I'm like totally not motivated to do it anymore. I'm terrified, actually. I'm terrified of doing stuff like anything online to earn, But yeah, I'll do this YouTube channel and keep going with that flow. But yeah, that is the situation. I would say if we didn't have a rent or mortgage payment, we'd be in good shape as far as using the bounce house business to live life, But yeah, I have a philosophy of sticking to the present moment and looking around me and saying, you know what, I'm doing good. We're doing good pretty right now, and I'm gonna focus on that and maintain that present moment. Worrying about 6 months from now or a year from now is me using up that energy that I could use for the present moment and giving it away, giving it away to 6 months from now. That I find that it's better to just not do that. Say, no, I'm not giving away anything to worry about any future. I'm gonna focus on this moment, look around me and say, you know what, it's going pretty good right now, and it's just a story. And as the story will maintain itself as long as I'm focused on the present moment and be joyful and delighted that everything's okay. You know?